Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome back to my channel. I think the screen that you're looking at looks pretty awesome, isn't it? Because this is another tool which is there for software-defined radio application, and I just came across this particular tool uh, probably a couple days ago. So I decided to make a video on it, and I'll just would like to give you a first impression of this particular software, which is known as SDR Oxide. An amazing software up till now. I mean, I was just blown away with some of the stuff this particular software has and what you can do with this particular software, and which is freely available to all three platforms: Windows, Linux, Mac OS. Even in Mac OS, you have an Apple Silicon, you can also use it. Either you will have your Intel machines, you can still use it. So this is that spectrum that I'm getting using my Hack RF. It has a support for your RTL SDR dongle. Just to show you, go to the settings and you will see this screen first. You can also choose a call sign here and so on and so forth. You can also remotely access this. You can choose different regions for that. And just in radios, you can just go in and you can choose all different kind of radios. You can also use your ICOM as well. You can use Pluto SDR. I did not see a support for UHD, which means USRP, but HackRF1 and HackRF Pro, you have Pluto SDR, Lime SDR, TL SDR dongles. Since I'm using HackRF, why am I using HackRF? Because I just want to show you the entire spectrum using HackRF. I was unable to show you all of that stuff using RTL SDR. That's why. That's all you need to do. And if you want, you can change the sample rate. You can go up to 20 mega samples, and you can start off with 2. You can choose your LNA gain. If you want to just move around, you can also choose your VGA, and if you will automatically see the effect of that on the spectrum. That's all you need to do. Now, how you can get this software, I'll show you at the end. Now, this is what it looks like so far. All right, you're seeing the spectrum. I have tuned into different frequencies. The cool thing is you can also demodulate your signal just like in any other SDR software. What are some of the cool things that this software has that I haven't seen in previous software that I have described earlier in my previous videos? Now, the cool thing is just simply go here and you will see different bands. All right. What I have found so far, which is really cool with this software, is so right now you're looking at a generic band, so I can manually choose the change the frequency, and I'm just looking at the spectrum and the waterfall graph. That's all I'm looking at. Let's say you decided to see a band which is, let's say, a 60-meter band. Now, as soon as you hit 60-meter band, what I have noticed so far that based on 60 meter, it will automatically choose what mode of demodulation, what modem that you need to use to demodulate this information. And you will automatically see all of that information as well. So for example, so if you start off from 160 meter, which is somewhere around 1 megahertz, this is the activity that you're seeing right now. And you're just basically looking at the spectrum. What I have noticed so far is that, which is, let's say, 80 meter band, you will see that it's using lower sideband. And you can always refer to the wiki that it has. I'll show you that as well. For example, 60 meter band, which is at 5.35. So that's the cool thing about it. Let's say you want to look at 10 meter band, which is at 28 megahertz, which is 12 meter band. What is it? 23 centimeters, then 13 centimeter, and you have 5 centimeter band, which is somewhere around your Wi-Fi. So that's pretty cool. Plus, it has support for your digital modems as well, which is like FTAs and FT4s and things like that. That's the first cool thing that I found related to this particular software. You can also record as well. You can have your basic gain, front end LNA gain as well, and then you can just simply tune into different frequencies if you want. So let's say I decided to tune into a different frequency, let's say somewhere around, I want to choose 935 because this is where the strongest thing is. Now let's come back here. You can record your signal. Right now I have muted it. I'm just looking at the spectrum. Now here's the cool thing. So if you want to go to fit, it will fit that. It will automatically scale this. You can, if you just want to look at the peak hold, you can also do that as well. You can just look at the spectrum. If you want to look at the spectrum, you can just look at the spectrum. If you want to look at both, you can just look at both. I'll come back to this 3D part. Skim, I don't know. I haven't read on it. FFT, now here's the cool thing. Now it will give you a floor and a ceiling. All right. So for example, right now, my FFT, my floor is somewhere around negative 75.14 dB. Let's say, which I haven't seen in any other software. First, this function plus this function, which I haven't seen it in any other software. Uh, for example, I decided, so I want to choose my floor to be negative 98 dB. Now, my floor is laying around somewhere around negative 98. So this is basically my noise floor. I decided I want to look at all the way up to, let's say, 0 dB. When I hit 0 dB, now my maximum is 0 dB and my minimum is negative 75 dB. This is just giving me based on the signal. So that's the cool thing about this particular site. So for example, if I were to uncheck this, now this, I can go back here. Let's try this one more time. Let's try 0 dB. And now my floor is going to be, it's not going to be a fluctuating floor. My floor is going to be at negative 75. My ceiling is going to be at around 0 dB. Once I have this thing as a fit, that will automatically scale my spectrum for me. That's one thing. Where you can get help related to this. For example, if you want to do more with this particular software, you can just simply go in here, go to help, and everything that you need to know while this software is running, everything is given here. What are some of the modes, what you can do. You can also use ISM band decoders. You can also look at some other stuff. For example, if you want to look at, I've seen somewhere solar system in 3D view. You can also look at that as well. What type of signals coming in, what are the satellites which are moving around in the orbit. The whole thing is just right there for you. All the digital modes are there right here, and all the basic operation, display, FFT control, and things like that. You can also transmit as well. Now, here's another cool thing. Let's say you want to look at ISM bands. So these are some of the most popular ISM bands. For example, if you want to look at weather, you want to look at LoRaWAN at 433 megahertz, you want to look at 863 megahertz, and so on and so forth, 915, so on and so forth. You can just simply choose this. So it will automatically start decoding this, trying to look for these frequencies. It will also try to decode this for you. That's one thing. Other thing that it has is actually the 3D. So you can look at the entire solar system. You can look at Earth. You can look at different satellites. You can look at different things. So for example, let's say view. I want to look at sun. You can do that. You can look at the activities, what type of an activity you want to see, so on and so forth. And if you want to look at satellites, you can just type in different satellites and things like that. You will see all of that information as well. So that's the cool thing about this. And you can read more on it. I mean, related to solar system, and if you want to look at the satellites and things like that. The other thing is you can also look at different sats as well. So these are different sets. Satellites that you can see, what frequency they're operating at, when do you expect to see, what type of a modulation, and things that it needs to demodulate these signals. You can just simply select them, every one of them from the list, and when do you expect to see and what do you need to do with it. So for example, these are different bands as well. So that's a beautiful guide for 160 meters, 80 meters, and things like that. So that's pretty cool. The other cool thing is, I want to show you this, is actually an option of a scan. So for example, you decided to scan frequencies. For example, I decided that I want to go from 945 megahertz, all right, and all the way I want to go up to 962. All right, I can just simply start. It will start scanning this. It's looking for 945, it's holding on to that particular signal. Then I can skip to the next signal, which is actually this, which is 952. Now it's holding on to that signal. So if you want to demodulate this, you can choose different modes. Of course, this is actually your cellular telephony. You won't be able to use simple NFM or narrowband FM, AM, or wideband FM, or upper sideband, things like that. But you can choose different frequencies. You can also look at the next one. You can look at the next one. Here we go. You can look at the next one, and so on and so forth. So that's pretty cool. It's going to hold on to that frequency. So that's pretty cool. You can just simply look at it. Just simply stop. There are different views based on, you can look at it like a speedometer where you can see the signal strength. You can look at it like in a bar graph, or you can just simply look at the spectrum like this. This is pretty cool software. This is pretty cool software which is available for all of these three platforms, which is very common, which is like your Windows, Linux, and things like that. And is probably the easiest way to actually install it. All you need to do is just simply visit the website, SDR Oxide, and every information that you need to know is there. My job is just to inform you about this particular tool that is available to us. It's actually open source. That's the cool thing. It's open source, and it supports multiple hardwares. For example, RTL and SDRs and hack RFs and Lime SDR and so on and so forth. Just simply type in SDR Oxide. A very powerful tool, open source, freely available in all three platforms. Go to downloads, and under download you will have different packages of Linux, and you have older distros as well. Then you can choose, for example, I'm using it on my macOS that has an Intel chip. So I just went go ahead and just download this. That's all I need to do. If you have Apple Silicon, you can do that.
And if you have Windows, you can also do that. So pretty cool software that is there for us, and it's just, really amazing. The thing that you can do on a single software, that's just, it's quite mind blowing actually. So I hope you find this free version and this free software, which is available in all three platforms, uh, amazing, which is free. And I hope you like this small video. And if you guys have any questions, just leave it in the comment section. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.